Okay, so to start off, 3 Samsari Lotus, have to play 3. God is great. 3 Dark Backman Beast was kind of in between on these, but I decided to play them because it is a starter and it's also a hand trap beat. 3 FIENDSMITH Engraver. You could play 2, you could actually play 1, but I like the extra starter because Engraver is full combo. 2 Gruesome Grave Squirmer. I tried 3 before, I tried 1. I think 2 is minimum because sometimes you get to a grind and you need it 2. 1 Lurie, 1 Shavara, 1 YUBEL, 1 Terra Incarnate. Again, tried the with and without this, and this makes your throne play much better. So while it probably doesn't improve your other combos too much, it does improve your throne play a lot. And then also sometimes it's unexpected having the extra body and it helps you to OTK with Nightmare Pain. 2 Spirit of YUBEL. And for the main deck monster hand traps, 1 Magnemite, 2 Baldric, 2 Jerusalem. I decided not to play the regular hand traps like Nib, Ash in the main deck, because for this regional I felt like it was gonna have a lot of dark decks or a lot of decks that I could have benefited off of summoning the seals off of, and I felt like comboing Jerusalem with Baldric was actually very strong and much more impactful than some of the other hand traps if I did drew them in multiples, which is I run 2 and 2, and this actually worked out to be great because there were some hands where I bricked and just opened Jerusalem and Baldric and it ended up winning me the game. Right, so on to spells. Okay, so spells, 3 Nightmare Throne, self-explanatory. 2 FIENDSMITH Tract. I thought about playing 3, but in the end 2 seemed like the most consistent for me since you could only use once per turn anyways. 1 Terraforming, 1 for 1, and 1 opening to go with the Dark Beckoning Beast. Nightmare Pain. And then for the non-engine spells, 3 Triple Tactics Talents. This was actually really great, and then since I didn't really play much hand traps in the main deck, it meant that my opponent would either have a board that I had to play through, so meant tactics was often live, and then going first, if it is they don't stop me, I would probably win. So tactics was really great. 3 Triple Tactics Thrust. I expected my opponents to be on Bestials, and then also again if I wasn't interrupted by a Bestial or I could have played through, I was probably going to win. And then if they did interrupt me with a Bestial, I could just go Thrust, search for any engine piece such as Terraforming, 1 for 1, Trapped, or I could just go for Talents and it rip the hand, and this sealed a lot of games for me. 2 Dark Ruler no more. I felt like hand traps are pretty inefficient. Well, regular hand traps, because you kind of need 2 for it to be efficient most times. So yeah, played 2 Dark Ruler no more and 2 Metal Runners. This was okay. I didn't really feel like it was great in the main deck, but it did help out in some situations, and versus like Bestials or mirror matches, it did work. Especially versus just decks with Engraver. Like sometimes I'd break and just set this and it helped me to win the game. Or if I have a board already, it'd help a lot. And then I played 1 Impermanence. This was just as a thrust target because I wanted a interruption to search if it is I did get stopped. Then 1 Escape of the Unchained. I felt like this helped me a lot versus Rogue rather than Abominable, so I decided to go with this. Then for the extra deck, well, 2 tokens of course, 2 Phantom of YUBEL. I really wanted to play 3, but after some resource management, you could recycle it back depending on what you have available, and usually if they don't crack your board, you probably win, and then if they do crack your board, most of the times you end up having the second one remaining. 1 Underworld Goddess. This actually came in clutch so many times. It's a light fiend as well, and I decided to play this instead of the access code Solar Vanquish package because oftentimes you might have just Moon and another body, and you could just link off all of their monsters, link off yours, and then make this, negate the rest of their monsters, and then you could go into the FIENDSMITH package with Requiem. SP, Yama, Soul of Rage, Muckracker, Barudras. This card is really good. Wave King, Aerial Eater, Necroquip, Desiree. I thought about not playing Desiree, but I decided I should play it because there is a combo where you could make like 7 to 8 interruptions just off of Samsara the Lotus, and you end on Desiree, and you end on Desiree, Solar Rage, and Phantom of YUBEL with Escape of the Unchained. Sequence, Moon, Requiem. For the side deck, decided to go with 3 Ash. This was against Rogue, depending on decks. If I go like first and I have to play it against like Charmy, and if they didn't have it, it proved as a good interruption. 3 Charmy, self-explanatory. 1 Duster for the triple tactics thrust. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Didn't feel like I needed 3 with the Duster, as I could have searched it, and I actually didn't play against any Runic, which was good. 1 Call by the Grave for when I go first, or if I go second versus some odd decks. The 3rd Dark Ruler. Triple Dimensional Barrier. I did feel like Tenpai would have been a strong presence as well as the other decks, and then also I feel like it works well versus like Chimera decks, Ritual Beast, and I'm playing Thrust, so easily searchable. 1 different dimension ground as a thrust target when I'm going first. And that is the end of the profile.